If you have been watching boxing your entire life, you have never seen anything compiled like this in one place.
And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner, and Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble! And Morrison goes down for the first time!
These are the 7 most brutal fights in boxing history.
Come up and slice the one, and Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go, and there he goes.
The ones that went too far.
8 seconds left. Oh! And that's it!
The ones that made ringside physicians earn their entire annual salary in one night.
Blood all over the gloves. There goes Cotto. His uncle had seen enough.
The ones that made the sport question itself the morning after.
Outside, and here comes the counter.
What a left hook! The leg is bent once again from Andujar. What a finish!
You are not going anywhere for the next 7 fights. Let's get into it.
I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Here we go. George immediately going to the stance that he's favored throughout his comeback.
Defense is a trademark of George's trainer.
Of course, that crossed arm, George used it effectively, fighting the much shorter opponents that he's faced up to now.
But it's movement that's designed by his trainer, Gil Clancy.
Something that Gil Clancy has really wanted to work on with Jerry Cooney. Oh, there's a left from George Foreman. Good left to the body by corner.
That replacing the mouthpiece, a new rule. Ordinarily, the fighter would have to fight mouthpiece for the remainder of the round.
Well, there's that jab of Foreman again getting in.
Not just in contrast to Jerry Cooney. George is a little bit quicker than he has been in his 19 fights of his comeback.
When you look at, and there's a couple, Alex.
You could almost see Jerry Cooney thinking there a moment he was able to take advantage of it. But again, Jerry in a corner. And that time, Jerry got a little left hook in and he wobbled Big George.
The final 10 seconds of the first round. There was a big right to the ribs by George. And they made it around. Well, George has appeared to be bored 19 prior fights.
Not in this one. He came in here with a much more serious look than he's had in any of his previous 19 fights. There's millions and millions of dollars at stake here. He was going to get it anyway. He's risking everything.
Oh, and there's a good right.
Ooh.
Oh, and another right by Foreman.
Putting pressure on Cooney, backing him around the ring just by walking in. Ground and trade punches, even spurts. There, standing his ground, punching, and then trying to move out of the way. Obviously,
and there is the big roundhouse left, the trademark punch of George Foreman. Went undetected by Joe Cortez. Oh, and look at the left, come up and slice the one. And Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go. And there he goes.
2, 3, 4.
And he is badly hurt. Same position he was in round 5 against Spinks. A clubbing right hand by Foreman. Because he's got a minute and 8 seconds left. Oh!
And that's it! And I don't think this fight's over. This fight's over. Makes believers of some. Finish of the fight, and Jerry Cooney really, for all intents and purposes, the left uppercut, there's the right. It's all over.
You know, George foot, and he threw a perfect uppercut.
Well,
walking in with it.
Yeah, keep in mind, Alex, it's against a man who's really out on his feet. I mean, again, George comes in for the kill.
But the thing I was impressed about, Dan, was the accuracy of Foreman. And right behind it. Boom.
And you really have to wonder if the strategy of Cooney not fighting at all.
As the former IBF welterweight world champion makes his way in. We'll see if Margarito can follow up on his plan to start fast.
The respect for Miguel Cotto. And try to make, even if they're not scoring blows.
Cotto, seen him win fights with just that left hand to the ribs. Good combination.
Confidence at the beginning of the fight. Cotto is going to try to set traps on him, make him even more anxious than he already is. Margarito on and may make him even more anxious than he already is. Worry about.
Through the gloves. Good right hand there.
Oh yeah, take a look at the good movement here, going side to side, trying to set up one big one.
Accused of starting slowly, costing that Torres fight. Now Margarito's
setting up the body shot. What Margarito wants.
He does not want to be on the ropes. Cotto doesn't. But he has really been flashing some combinations. The double left hand over the top.
And egged on by the atmosphere in here.
Margarito's going to have to, like you said, one-dimensional fighter. He's going to have to come up with a little dimension and a half. Margarito's in the black. Cotto in the silver and blue. Do what he did in round one. Keep it up. Double jab. Do what he did in round one. Keep it up.
And deflating the atmosphere a little bit if you're Cotto, trying to make Margarito miss him.
He basically nullifies his reach and height advantage by leaning forward. And that's something that Cotto's using to his advantage with his speed and proficiency.
Cotto's getting hit a lot, but then he's got Cotto on the ropes. That's a little bit of a smile there. He finally got what he wanted there.
Yeah, but he ended up getting a nice uppercut by Miguel Cotto.
For Margarito, that's been his most effective punch so far.
That was a real good shot, too.
Cotto up against the ropes, and he's fighting Margarito's fight right now.
I think he got stunned earlier to the body.
This is Margarito's office right there. Step into his office, that's what you're going to get.
Even though Margarito might voluntarily give away his height and reach, he's still using it to bother Cotto because Cotto respects it way too much.
Antonio Margarito.
This is what Margarito does, tries to impose his will on you. That's Kenny Bayless guys when Margarito goes to work.
Miguel Cotto sitting on the rope.
Good left hand from Cotto. Good counter from Cotto there. Now he just got right on the chin of Margarito, a slight uppercut. Margarito can take a punch, folks. Can't emphasize that enough.
Question is, can Cotto go at this pace?
And will we see him be a counterpuncher the whole way? At some point, we expect him to come out of this and get into a different gear.
He's made him tuck his hands in a little bit, and that's been a very big difference.
Right, left, right, and then a big left for Cotto. And you get the smile on Margarito's face, which means that hurt.
This has such a Leonard Hearns feel to it, both in style and how these guys are attacking.
Oh, there's not anything being held back. Cotto going to the body, then going back upstairs. Going to go back to more of the movement he was showing in round one.
An excellent basket defense there. He brought the forearm.
They keep throwing punches.
Well, what's going to matter here is just a chance to get in and be the lead puncher, which at some point in this fight you suspect he'll try to do that. He's playing the countering role here.
The difference so far, especially in this round, the fact that he throws a lot of punches, but that's what he's betting on.
Cotto needs to get away from that corner. Now he's turned it around on Margarito. As long as it lasts for Margarito stalking.
Thus far in the fight, cutting off the ring, which is a big factor because of the fact that diffuse him.
Beautiful body work.
Oh, we got a clash there. Look at Kenny Bayless. I think he took a head right on the nose, guys, and the blood spurted out. Good left hand from Cotto.
Really on their punches, landing good quality shots.
Good combination of the chin inside from Cotto. And Margarito answers by just keeping coming forward, and he took another one at the end.
As the fight progresses.
Round 4, the first 3 rounds have blazed through boxing skills to get past this guy tonight because he's not too concerned about how he's getting hit. It was a very nice uppercut.
Margarito is somewhat unsure of what when Cotto gives him angles. He finally is able to land based on the jab going first, but he's not really sure.
That was a very nice uppercut.
Margarito is somewhat unsure of what Cotto gives him angles. He finally is able to land based on the jab going first, but he's not really sure what to throw. Cotto's defense is so solid.
What we had up till now is Cotto coming in, waiting on Margarito and firing. We're starting to see a few more times where Margarito does after Margarito walks to him.
Uppercut again, that left hand uppercut. Margarito doesn't have a reverse gear, folks, but he's going in one direction, and that's right back at you.
He can't keep walking into the jabs because Cotto follows it up most of the time like he did there.
That's what Dave was talking about.
You know, if a guy is one-dimensional and you make moves against it, you try different things, you get as Margarito comes to him and misses.
Misses wildly over the top.
You know, one of those things that everyone talks about is the reach advantage. The one advantage they're shorter, and that's what Cotto's trying to use to his advantage because Margarito's leading.
Got it all.
And if you're going to win the fight as a counter-puncher, you have to be extremely accurate, which Cotto is, because you're getting fewer chances. He's undressing him now on the inside.
Definitely getting their money's worth both in the arena and...
Well, they are setting an extraordinary pace.
Definitely getting their money's worth both in the arena and...
Well, they are setting an extraordinary pace. At you either go straight back or you get away from him, but he's setting up shop inside.
Margarito, a guy who tends to get stronger as the fight progresses. Cotto, when he gets in deep, he's got 2 knockouts in the 11th round against Zav Judah and Ate.
Better round for Margarito this round. Well, look out for the heads and then up.
Well, Margarito is pressing.
Yep.
He's pressing Cotto in a different way. He's rushing him a little bit. And what's starting to happen to him now is, even though he was, and forced Cotto back a different direction.
3-punch combination to the head of Margarito. Now Cotto sits down the ropes and fires.
Counter-puncher, he's getting all this work done.
And missing again. Look at Cotto putting on a clinic. You can't hit me. You can't hit me.
And how do you be that calm when a punch is missing you by 2 inches?
You got a whole hassle of trouble to deal with. Like
how to stay with the style. Countering is
Cotto's naturally strong hand. That's been an effective weapon for him throughout his career.
He keeps that right elbow tucked to the body, making sure that
Margarito did land a pretty good punch there. There's the counter and the speed. Wow.
But if he gets shown up, then ring generalship goes to Cotto, toying with a guy who's coming at you.
Style points, as it were. Margarito's thrown 4 straight uppercuts.
Ooh. His face would be puffy by now, the type of punishment that he has taken from Miguel Cotto in 6 rounds.
Into the round.
If you can set up office there and toy with the guy, which and worked well, but if Margarito makes the adjustment and starts coming in at angles, then Cotto must also change.
Serious all along, it's just that he's faced an opponent who just wants to have none of it.
Oh, he just got countered hard.
Some right hand by Margarito.
Yep.
He can't stand there and be a target for Miguel Cotto.
Oh, he is doing good work with the uppercuts. Even though
Cotto's in trouble. Cotto's in trouble. Those 3 uppercuts did some damage on Cotto, guys.
Yes, they did.
He's bent over and now he's not moving as spryly as he did earlier. Big 7th round for Antonio Margarito.
He's turned it around in the 7th round.
This is his chance.
Miguel Cotto's going to have to suck it up and find a way to survive it in here. He got caught on the inside, and Margarito's in his favor.
And this is going to change the way Cotto fights.
Absolutely, because he waited and he got caught. Cotto, survival mode. Blood streaming out of his nose. The Warrior boring in on him.
He needs to seize the moment if he is to take the title away from Miguel Cotto.
Combination upstairs to Cotto. 10 seconds left. One of the best rounds we've ever seen in boxing. And Cotto needs to survive here.
And the fact that now Miguel Cotto is more static and he doesn't have that same footwork to get away from Margarito.
We could be settling ourselves down for a 4-round sprint to the wire for 8 rounds.
Relentless.
You figured at some point.
He just got hit with a right-handed Cotto. He got hit with a left, too. This is Margarito's office. Then he just took a left.
That psychologically gives Margarito a great edge.
Cotto sits down on the 2nd rope.
With Margarito right on top of him.
Margarito, good combination for Cotto.
With another right. I mean, it's never over for Margarito.
Wow.
Now, the difference as we head down the stretch is
he's moving to escape Margarito. Before he was moving
on Margarito coming in.
The guns ablazing. Before he was coming in, set up and letting Cotto take the initiative.
I tell you what, guys, so far, Dave, was one you made about the aggressive nature and how the judges look at it. Because Margarito hasn't been slowed one bit from what he's going to do.
Beautiful body work by Margarito here.
And when Cotto was doing well countering,
if you blinked, you missed something. Cotto back to the defensive style. None of those
really shown. Margarito, the initial part of the fight, taking the shots, walking in.
There's his left hand over the top.
And now we know why nobody wanted a piece of Margarito. That was the fight that really went in Cotto's, giving him all he can handle.
And for Cotto to come up with some other plan.
He's going to have to.
Because going back to the ropes.
And I think it was Gomez or Benitez just went at it with everything, and that's what these two are doing.
And he has to catch him between tracks as he did there.
Left hand and doing what he has to do. Turn this around in his favor in the later rounds.
Oh, Margarito looks a little more fresh than
top fighters do.
Oh,
he just got tagged there with the right hand. If you're going to be, especially if you're going to be a great or legendary fighter, this is where you find out.
He's hurt once again.
Yes, he's hurt badly right here. Try to stay awake.
Oh, the uppercut by Margarito nailed him too.
His mouth. Margarito wearing him down. Wow, did he steal that round at the end, guys?
I think he did.
Punch?
I think he
most definitely. If Margarito is smart and then he brings that right hand down and he can finish him with a left hook up top.
Cotto trying to fights, isn't it, guys?
You know, never a backward step here. Never a round off.
Right eye underneath the eye.
Good combination to the head for Cotto. Hadn't seen that in a while. Margarito like, so what?
Cotto still had to rely on Margarito to make an opening for him to drill him.
You mentioned, Dave, it's time for the great ones to dig down. If Cotto's going to keep that undefeated record.
To dig down, and he is trying. Margarito steps it up a level.
And when he puts his butt on the second rope, that's when Margarito tees off.
Cotto in defensive position. Blood all over the gloves. Down goes Cotto. Down goes Cotto from just the wear and tear of the constant pressure.
Incredible action here at the MGM Grand. Antonio Margarito close to making his dream come true. Cotto's done.
Wobbly. Cotto is wobbly. Can Margarito finish it? Yes, Cotto's going down. Cotto just his only thing keeping him up now.
Because he was basically saying, I'm done, I'm done.
There, he may do it now.
He may do it now. Cotto's in big trouble. They're going to wave it off. His uncle had seen enough. The underdog prevails.
3-1.
Here's one for all you grinders out there.
And how about this?
Now, a three-time welterweight champion of the world, the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito.
Yuri Dinamita Andujar. Shoo Carrington.
And he said, tonight it's all about him, and it's all about my fans who come out from Brownsville to show out. He did last time out with a brutal knockout over Stephen Brown. It was lightning quick, right, left hook, left uppercut.
Really, any fighter, you don't get paid for overtime. You don't go looking for the knockout, but if it's there, you certainly gonna take it.
For a 5'8" guy.
And Andujar does too. I want to be like them. He actually beat Duke Reagan as an 8th seed.
Kid is like a quarterback with the IQ of Tom Brady.
Hey, you know, Shushu's got Brownsville on his trunks. He's just following the footsteps.
The big single shots from Carrington, but the jab is setting it all up. That's why he's able to eat the way he's eating right now.
That uppercut, the body shot.
Let those shots go. You can't become a spectator and allow Carrington to have his way. Getting off
at 10 p.m. Eastern as Shushu moves in.
Mick the Quick Rivers.
That's the thing. Nice. That's the problem with Andujar. He's standing.
Right hand in the
do something different. I mean, you're standing right in front of a counterpuncher, a vicious counterpuncher like Shushu. That's what's going to happen. You don't get countered every time. So change things up. Use your feet instead.
He's rolling the shots. He'll get touched every now and again. That's to be expected when you're that close to a punching opponent. But he's landing shots. And if one gets through, this fight might be over.
Yeah, and those uppercuts are very vicious shots. And now he adds a left hook.
See, but the thing that
he's landing flush.
They are landing flush, but the thing is that every move that he makes has a purpose. That's the difference. Tactically, this man is fantastic.
Discouraging for the opponent, Andujar, who had Carrington where he thought he wanted him, and then Carrington dominates the inside.
Keep him in close, work the body, and Carrington has it.
Ooh, nice stick there from Carrington off the feint.
From Andujar. So he doesn't strike me as a fighter who's falling asleep or getting too comfortable.
Yes, he's nice inside, whether it's the uppercut or the short left hook. Fighting as a pro for the first time in New York City, but he's also got to stay disciplined.
Oh, nice. I worry about him when he gets in there with big punchers.
You see Andujar giving you the punch. See another headbutt there from Yuri Andujar. Then he gets clipped with a nice uppercut from Shushu Carrington.
He can get your attention and get your respect. But he's going to be more a break you down systematically type of guy if he's going to produce knockouts. Not with one punch.
He'll mature, his punch will get stronger, he'll become more accurate, more skillful, and find better ways that gets a fighter out of there.
Nice left from Shushu Carrington. Now he digs to the body. Right to the body. Carrington now doing work downstairs in round 4. Changing the focus of his attack. From Shushu Carrington. Now he digs to the body. Right to the body. Carrington now doing work downstairs in round 4. Changing the focus of his attack.
And Andujar does not like the favors for him, and he doesn't seem to like it. You see the hands coming down from Andujar, and he's not punching. He's more focused on protecting the body.
He's giving him that body time.
And because nobody likes to get hit down there.
Oh, my goodness. The body shots is what set up this right here.
Look at the legs. And now a right hand from Andujar. Right hand from Carrington. Andujar now trying to dig deep. Half a minute left here in round number 4. Nice jab from Carrington.
And then come back and attack.
It's unknown territory. Never been this far in a fight.
Right, this is a good place for him. Situation, so you want him to touch the waters on the way up, face some resistance, and he's faced responding well.
Oh, nice uppercut there from Carrington.
Now using the jab, sticking him on the outside, and here comes the counter.
What a left hook! The leg is bent once again from Andujar. What a finish from hometown Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York.
Check this out. The tactical work is how, when, and why you do things. Everything should have a purpose. There's the right hand over the top of the jab. Left hook right on the money, right on the chin. And then you see the defensive effort after the fact from Carrington. Beautiful slip counter right there to the outside. Boom.
Left
hand on the inside.
Let's listen to it in real time because it was devastating. I mean, that's the beauty of those shots, Dre, is that you end up looking up at those lights here at the Hulu Theater, and Shushu just shines.
Bruce Shushu Carrington!
He beat Manuel Medina for the IBF 126-pound title.
He's a complete joy to be around.
Christina Poncha, glad that you can be with us. Our principal's in there. Manny Pacquiao. And 5-time world champ Juan Manuel Marquez in 3 different weight divisions. Here we go. Manny starts out fast, throwing the first shots of the fight. He said he'd stay fast, he'd get fast, and remain that way throughout the fight. Marquez said, on the other hand, he's going to feel my power tonight, but he's totally clean. And he is big 3 times in the first fight, and one's never been able to execute that, but he's been at any time. So both guys are so far. Marquez is missing more than he's hitting.
Counter puncher, and that's what he does best. So if Manny comes at him,
would be a little bit older than their chronological age in terms of their ring age. They're more aggressive, and that's been the only fighter. Straight left hand down the middle, the way you fight the right-handed guy. There's another good left hand. So far, Marquez really hasn't done much. Manny very quick on his feet, gets out of the way when this guy assaults him. Gets up first again, and first again does Manny Pacquiao. The bell ends round 2. Judges Adelaide Bird, Steve Wise fell from New Jersey. Only one Nevada judge, and that's Adelaide Bird. How they're going to score this fight, which they did today.
he's allowing Marquez to time him for that right hand.
But you know, you've heard Freddie say in previous fights, they kind of do what they want to do. And he's fighting the way he always does fight. Let's see if at any time does he trying to move a little bit to the right.
And that's a very good question, Bob. Because if he...
He drops Pacquiao for the first time in 4 fights. Manny's knocked down by an overhand right hand. There's the power of Juan Manuel Marquez for the first time. Manny Pacquiao hits the canvas in the trilogy of fights now into the fourth fight. So Pacquiao did get knocked down. That's what Marquez wanted. On his legs back.
This is the one thing everybody has been waiting to see, whether Marquez actually could hurt. It wasn't as if Manny just fell down. He literally dropped. It was a big, big right hand by Marquez.
And people are cheering Marquez, Marquez. We got us to fight this time, folks, as if we didn't the first 3 times. Look at these guys loading up shots. Here comes the bell in the 3rd round. Wow, how about that at the bell?
Could hurt Manny. And there's that over right looping hand that caught Manny straight. Right on the right side of his face. Here it is again. Right over Manny's left hand. And Manny seems stunned. Surprised.
Oh, he had everything going with that, didn't he?
And you know what? Not only
able to avoid that fight at 17 for Pacquiao.
Marquez has power, he might stay on the outside a little bit more. That might send Marquez to the canvas. A couple of good shots. He landed a really hard, stiff jab a minute ago that moved Manny.
This Manny
would be redundant at the end of a round. Which guy would I want to be? I may have wanted to be Marquez so far.
And I would too, as he walked into another right-handed Manny. Downstairs goes Marquez, and he landed a shot. We'll see how it unfolds. That's the right hand go. Actually, his punch. Oh, look at that! That's going to be scored as a knockdown. It was a right left hook, but it was enough to catch him off balance. So down goes Marquez. That straight left hand by Manny. Calling out his battle back. Even though it was, straight right hand. Marquez able to gobble that up. Here's Pacquiao trying to drop him again.
I think Marquez is hurt.
He may be. There's a shot. He is. He doesn't hang on. He fires back. Pacquiao is going to the finish right now. Marquez will have no part of it as he loads up shots. Back and forth they go. Manny landing most of the shot. How about that round of boxing? Here comes the bell. It's all over in the 5th round. Yeah, I think you're right, too. And you can see the mouth hanging down, which is very dangerous to get hit in the jaw. Able to knock Marquez down ever so lightly in the last round, but then he busted him up in the remaining part of the 5th round. To the nose. It's broken. Right on top of it again in the last round.
Definitely took something out of Marquez because he's not moving.
Power comes from. And then they are back into a war again. And Manny went down. He hit him with a body shot. I don't know if he can get up.
He hit him straight on the chin.
He got him on the chin. He's knocked out. Juan Manuel Marquez has done it. He's knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao is still out. And now Jakey really concerned to know if he's hurt. It was on the far side. He caught him on the chin and blasted him in the body. Straight right hand right on the button. Whoa. Straight right hand knocked him out cold. Manny coming in and he walks right into it. Marquez had his body half twisted and Manny got caught right on the chin. Boom, right there. Perfect position was Marquez to land that shot. Manny knocked out cold. His eyes are shut right there. I saw a little punch with the left hand that I thought went to the body at the end, but it was already over. Here's the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, this fight comes to an end at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 5. The win by knockout victory. Damas y caballeros, de Ciudad de México, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.
Well, just to make it clear, it was actually the 6th round at the end of the 6th round. How about that fight? Boy, it was a war back and forth.
Give me a good clean fight and I will not bother neither one of you. 2 things you must remember. Obey my commands and most important, protect yourself at all times. Check hands and good luck to the both of you.
Feels that Mercer has a bit of a soft belly. Morrison says he wants to crouch, give Mercer angles. Mercer immediately says that didn't hurt.
Well, Tony Perez shouldn't let, and I doubt. Morrison. Mercer with that. Mercer's holding on to the back of his neck.
The Mercers, the crowd erupts. Mercer trying to. Morrison landing. It's in the first round thus far, showing he's for real.
Uppercuts on the inside. And there he's using a forearm across the face.
That's been the big punch, the uppercut. And a left hand from connects. Another good round for Tommy Morrison.
Oh,
another left hand.
Morrison just countered with a quick left
body shot. Blood on the lower lip, Joe. A body punch with the left. Morrison, the uppercut. Tommy Morrison all over Ray Mercer. Morrison delivering. Neither is Morrison for that matter. And Morrison landing again. And then first round
for Morrison.
Mercer sneaks another right hand. And Mercer now comes on the attack with 2 right hands. And here comes Mercer to the delight of the crowd. Oh, good left hand from Mercer and the right. The left hand from Mercer.
Left hook by Tommy Morrison, but Mercer is really coming up.
The right from Mercer. Remaining in this 4th round. It's in his legs. Mercer has been holding on.
Again, this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with 2 good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble. And Morrison goes down for the first time in his career. And that is it.
That's it. The fight is over.
Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his... Woo!
Boy, what a flurry of punches.
Mike Marley with us, and here comes Mercer on the attack. And right at this point, Morrison's out of it.
He was out on his feet, precisely, Glenn. He was out of it, groggy. I mean, he doesn't know what's hitting him at that point.
Well, those are damaging blows right there. He was out of it. 4, 5, 6. Wow. Morrison could have been seriously hurt there.
You're exactly right. Referee Tony Perez should have stepped in a little bit sooner.
Take another look, and you can count him. At this point, Morrison's out of it right here after that left hand. Now, from this point on, this is the damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And finally went down for the first time in his career.
Bringing folks into the ring and the open sparring sessions and open workouts. One theory is, for those who think Hagler will win, they say maybe this fight means a little bit more to Hagler than it does to Hearns. A stare down, of course, so customary before these fights. And here we go, round 1. Hagler attempting to get inside. He'd love to be able to pin Hearns on the ropes if he can.
A more aggressive start by Hagler. Look at him, right for the body. Marvin Hagler only wants the body, and he bangs Marvin. Oh, Hearns may have hurt him with a right hand.
Hearns hurt him with the right. Hearns hits him with an uppercut. Hagler is hurt. Hagler is stunned. Hearns got inside. So it was Hagler coming out like a bullet. A good left by Hagler, but Hearns didn't flinch. Marvin going for the body.
Wow, what a shock. And it was Hagler who initiated it, not Thomas Hearns.
And a left by Hagler. Hearns comes back. Another right. That one stunned Hearns.
Tommy Hearns has been able to drop that right hand in, and it has hurt Hagler, a surprise to many people.
Hagler still pursuing, comes in with a right. Missing with a left hook.
Turn to righty. He could block that right hand easier.
Swelling near Hagler's left eye again.
Hagler's still looking for the body.
A right by Hagler. Good right got in. He has Hearns where he'd love to keep him on the ropes, but Tommy comes off easily. Another good right by Hearns.
Hagler is now shaking those right hands off, though, Al. He was stunned a little early, and he's normally a slow starter.
He's also bleeding. Hagler is cut. Hagler is cut. Bridge of the nose. Marvin with a good left hand.
There's blood all over Marvin Hagler's face. Can't tell where it's coming from.
I thought it started from the bridge of the nose originally, but blood all over the face of Hagler here in round one. But Hagler has him on the rope. Hagler working on him. Hagler relentless, but Hearns trying to box his way out. Not very far at this pace.
This is where Hagler wants him, but Hearns counterpunching off those ropes fairly effectively.
Tremendous first round. Hagler working on him, but Hearns uppercutting again. Hagler bloody. A tremendous, sensational first round as Hearns gets hurt. Hearns got stunned. Hagler was stunned early in the round. Great first round.
Wow.
Incredible.
Perhaps one of the best in middleweight history.
Well, the first round lived up to all the hype, and then some. Round two now.
Oh.
The glove. Left hand by Hagler. A wild first round. Moving, slipping off the ropes.
They are yelling, keep boxing.
For the first time, Hagler switching the way people anticipated the first round might go. Another right hand.
By Hagler. He took the best Hearns could offer, and he did come in. He's getting through that. Looks like they're not there.
A little rubbery here in round two. Moving. Trying to get inside. Again, the cut opens up over Hagler's forehead. And the blood begins to trickle down. Hagler working inside, now up top. Half a minute to go in round two.
Oh, what a left.
Hearns trading with him. Hagler comes back to the right or left, and another right.
Low blows. Marvin Hagler wants to turn this into an alley war, and he's done it. Another low blow. Richard Steele may take points away soon, but will it matter?
Second round coming to an end. Hagler bloody, but very much unbowed. End of round two.
Has been rough inside. He's thrown some low blows. He has thrown some elbows. Just as we thought might happen. Tommy Hearns was hurt early, so he is boxing. Now, he has good boxing skills. He did this against Sugar Ray.
Some thought that if Hearns stayed outside, Hagler with a wild left hand, it has to be impeding his vision with the right eye. You never know it, though. Tremendous right. Another right hand. Hearns turns his back, takes another right. Hearns in deep trouble again. Hearns is down. Hearns is down in the third round and on his back. And he's not going to beat the count. I don't believe. Tommy Hearns tries to get up and
They've got to stop this fight.
Does he get up? He just doesn't know. He can't continue. It's Hagler full of blood. As we watch it at the end, Hagler with that right hand, that lunging right hand. Hearns turning his back on him, and then you'll see Hagler come in and deliver a right to the side of the head. Hearns backing off again, taking the right hand. Legs gone at that point. Down on his back, different angle. Hearns, whose legs became rubbery in the second round, having trouble with his balance in round three. Turning his back. Another right hand from Hagler. But at this point, the damage had been done. Finishing right there, but Hearns was on his way down anyway. Nothing to dispute that tonight. Shaking off some thunderous blows in round one. Withstanding the barrage, suffering the cut, coming back strong in round two, finishing them in round three.
It's 15 rounds, and here is round one. Frazier smiling. Alley opening up fast. Frazier looking to work the body. exclusively. That was a big round for us. Good punches by Frazier now as he's got Ali on the rope. Ali with the rope-a-dope. Frazier looking for an opening here. One-sided fight so far. A minute to go in the round. Hey, Ralph. For aggressiveness in the Philippines, but Frazier has been the aggressor all the way. Ali lost the mouthpiece. Frazier, sorry. Frazier coming in low. This is a good round for Frazier. Good right hand to the head for the first time. Referee Carlos Patilla from the Philippines. Joe hoping to get in that big one. Ali got it in there. No knockdowns. and scoring heavily, even though he took a lot in this round. Joe is now double hooking with that left hand. Round 10, scheduled for 15. Ali setting himself to punch harder in this round. Round 10, scheduled for 15. Ali setting himself to punch harder in this round. Ali going flat-footed. Left in the round. Frazier doesn't get the clean shots at Ali that Ali gets at him. Ali doing the holding again. That did Ali no good. Ali alternately dancing, fighting flat-footed, and going to the rope. That time. Now this is a switch. Joe is on the rope. Frazier teeing off on Ali now. With the right hand. Starts the round, every round, scoring heavily. Frazier seems to be coasting a little bit here, and Ali is scoring on him. think it's going to be over. It's all over. I'm going to get up in the ring. John, let me help you.